Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Jay.
I'm Ben. Hello.
And we are going to be taking you home through the last round of the Swiss. This is round 6, and we got a dope match for you guys. Cut down to the players here. We are watching Andrew Mogg playing Blue Red Tinker, and we have Jake Cohen playing Replenish. And actually, I'm going to go. I forgot to let them know about the iPad. I'm going to be right back.
Yeah.
Start talking.
I will talk in the meantime while Jay gives our players some instructions on how to change the life totals. Looks like they're getting off to a bit of a start here. I hope he figures out mulligan info as well. Well, while they get started, Jay and I are in the booth because we both died around round 4. And so it'll be a solemn commentary, but hey, what can you do? And Jay's back. And what did you learn?
All right, everything is good. Chris Stasis player gets a double draw in. So I think the Stasis player was playing against. So he got the pair down in this last round, and again he got the pair down against a 301 who's playing land still, and they started playing their match, and it was kind of getting drawn out. So they ended up. I think the Stasis player offered the draw, and the other guy took it. So he is 401 and should be able to draw in this round. So yes, short answer, or that's the long answer. Short answer, yes. I believe the Stasis player is indeed drawing into top 8, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, just to let everybody know, I was down on the first couple of tables, taking a look at who is actually having to play their win-ins, and looked at, I think this was table 5, decided to ask them what they were playing, took a peek at one of the guys' decks, and just saw like Shivan Reef Tinker, and was like,
oh yeah,
all
right,
okay, yeah, you're on camera. Move over.
Let's see.
So that was that was pretty fun.
Looks like he's resolving a mulligan here.
Yeah,
but
I think so. It looks like Andrew is probably going to 6. I'm assuming he's putting one
yeah,
back.
looks as if.
Let's see.
So
Real deck for real geniuses. Source and geniuses too. True. Yeah. Putting one back from Tinker.
So give us a brief overview of the Tinker deck.
So
Jay.
I looked quickly through. It looks like is he putting 2 back, or I'm curious if he's going to 6 or 5.
It could be 5.
But it's going to be playing your fast mana, your Ancient Tube, Cydia Traders, Mind Stones, all that stuff. And then you are playing so he's down to 5. Playing a bunch of hateful artifacts like Tangle Wire, and then playing the namesake card Tinker to tinker up. I believe it's the what is it? The Triskelion combo kill, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
So yeah, we will see. That is, I believe, a Mind Stone. Is that a Fallout? I think that's a Fallout.
Yeah, it's the Fallout one.
Vegas. Bring up that disgusting thing. Where is Fallout? Here we go. 23.
So is it the Triskelion, or is it Devourer with Altar of Dementia? Are we thinking?
So yeah,
typically Tinker is usually you tinker for the Devourer, and then
so
with a Dementia Altar already in play, or other whatever you want.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is
kind
the
of Turbo Mill.
Devourer.
So off to a quick start though with the Winter Orb.
Yeah, Winter Orb.
Not the
easiest thing for Replenish to deal with, but
well, Jake doesn't currently have any tapped lands, so ahead.
True.
For now.
So Replenish, obviously looking to get a somewhat, not incredibly quick. They don't goldfish quite as fast as some of the other combo decks, but going to discard.
Oh, all right.
So we are off to a tough start for
real rough.
for Jake here. Stuck on 2 lands and under a Winter Orb, while Andrew has continued to develop with that Mind Stone. Currently has access to 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, I count.
Mhm.
So, yeah, these not the best start for Replenish.
And
Tapping out for a Tangle Wire.
Well,
yeah, that's any development that Replenish was hoping to have.
Well, saying Constellation, all that stuff is ending up in the graveyard.
It is true. It is true.
If Andrew doesn't find a quick way to close it out.
Yeah, he does have to capitalize on this misstep by, I guess not misstep, but this unlucky.
Yeah, it's just a stumbling, and we get to a point where Jake can just catch Replenish now instead of having to set up a Replenish, and
yeah, I mean,
could just come out of nowhere and still
he certainly could untap over the next 2 turns. Well, the combination of Tangle Wire and Winter Orb certainly makes any mana development tough, but it's gonna stay tapped on 2 mana, untap.
Grand Dynamo coming down.
Yeah, so Andrew just has
plenty of mana.
All of the mana in the world. Let's go.
All right, a card waste. Just in time, Jake, finding that land. All right, tap this. Tangle Wire down to 1. Tap Tangle Wire.
Tangle Wire, such an insane card. Should be, I guess it is fair between the Painlands and the Ancient Tombs. Ancient is down to 12, taking him down to 10, I think, here.
Yep. But, alas,
here it is.
Go. Tinkering that now kind of depleted Tangle Wire anyway, and I wonder what Andrew's going to look for. Any guesses?
I mean, honestly, it could just be. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it could be another Tangle Wire, but Helix will do that job even better. Because yeah, now we are just never really gonna get to untap here.
You want to pull up Helix for everybody?
Sure is Helix, I believe.
Definitely not just me. I obviously know what that card does.
Let's show that for the stream. Yeah, so X, tap X lands. It is a 5-drop, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, so
passing the turn back over, and then using the Grand Dynamo, tapping all his lands.
So
at this point, I would think it's pretty safe to say that Jake is never going to have more than 1 land untapped at a time.
No.
Which makes this kind of tough because I think he's just straight up locked out at this time. At this point, yeah, this game is.
How many runner lands would Jake have to draw versus Andrew drawing nothing at all?
He's untapping Grand Dynamo plus the Helix every single turn, so he's just never going to be able to make a second land drop to have colorless plus white to play a Seal Cleansing to destroy and get rid of the Helix. Like, this is just, the game is over. Yeah. We are just
going through the motions. As if there is even the slightest doubt, if this is a win-in situation,
which it is for both these players, this is a win.
Play towards that out.
We'll say that it is worth. I mean, they're still early in the round. It's worth it for Jake just to get the information here.
Yeah, that's true.
Figure out what Andrew's kill condition is, and worst case, maybe Andrew forgets to Helix him 1 turn.
Stranger things have happened
for sure.
So what is Andrew looking for here to just finish things off?
I would assume that altar.
Just altar
plus another tinker, or I mean, he could
kind of get infinite time to find it at this point
for sure. And is relevant that, especially if Jake is going to discard here, as much information as he's gaining from Andrew, he is also giving away. But it seems to me that Jake's playing a somewhat stock Replenish list. I don't see anything. It doesn't look like he's binned anything crazy.
Goblin. right?
So yeah, it's like he's
All right,
having a
let's
sequence
scoop it up.
check his cast. Yeah, true. All right, scooping him up. Going to game 2. What's Andrew up the game?
All right, Tinker fans cheering at home.
Sure.
And they want to, and as much as that was a little bit rough to watch, Jake didn't really get to play. I for one would love to see Replenish just get beaten here.
Yeah,
Deck gives me nightmares.
I enjoy Replenish. I think it's insanely strong.
Yeah.
But after getting absolutely beaten up last weekend in our monthly by Rich Shea, playing Replenish combo, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna deny that I also get a little bit of pleasure from seeing Replenish just get get shit pushed in.
Oh. And now it's a PG-13
I'm
stream.
sorry. Hey,
I'm sure Maddie and Brad were squeaky clean in here.
Yeah, look, when you enter the stream, you have to accept a parental advisory. So,
that is true.
So
that is true.
You have to be at least. You have to be 13.
I hope you're at least 13.
You have to be 13 to be on Twitch. So,
all right,
just saying.
There you go.
Also,
covered every possible base.
Exactly. I'm safe. Also, if you're under 13 and watching Premodern,
Good for you.
That's pretty sweet.
All these cards were printed before you were born.
Exactly, like 15 years before you were born.
Yeah, good bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have any? You don't have any sideboard insight? You don't think?
Sideboard insight? I do not.
It really feels like there's going to be maybe a couple of little silver bullets from either one, but
yeah. So
I don't know.
I think that Replenish really. I mean, you're mostly just playing. I guess if you could stick like a turn 2 on the play, seal cleansing.
Yeah, I was gonna say seal.
Just seal on turn 2.
If there aren't already 4 in the list, I'm sure Jake is bringing them in.
For sure.
Seems like a good way to just disrupt any kind of explosive start from Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it is kind of the big question, I think, with this against this Tinker deck is, do you attack their mana development early, or do you just save the seal and hold it up for any hate pieces? Try to blow up,
or just like
wire.
wait to use it until they try to win.
Also true.
And I guess like we saw
but I mean,
last game, Andrew has the tools to just like win without
just completely lock Jake out of the game.
That was a mold of 5, mind you, by the way, in game 1. I think we
may
have forgot that.
That is true.
Andrew may found that extremely quick start off of a mold of 5. So
I don't know if Jake was on 6 that game, but Jake did stumble on the early turns. I
suspect maybe Jake didn't. That might have been a mulligan just because keeping that 2-lander with nothing to do, it seems less than ideal.
Could have been rough.
Looks like Jake's keeping 7 here. Andrew taking a look at mulligan number 1, and it looks like 1's going to the bottom, so we are off. Flooded Strand. Will this Flooded Strand actually get cracked this time?
Ancient Tomb, take 2, Mindstone. That's an actual Mindstone. I recognize that art this time.
That is. There it is. Oh, Ancient Tomb. All right, this is maybe as good a start as Replenish could kind of hope for. Except what's going on here?
So morphing out a creature.
What do you think it is?
So I am not sure. I'm gonna.
Rarely is it a mystery in this format, and it could just be my lack of knowledge of the stock Replenish deck.
I think it's Nantuko Vigilante. So I'm gonna go ahead and venture a guess that is absolutely an Exalted Angel.
Yes.
Yes, just in case people are curious. And
seems fine.
It seems like
maybe not the tech I would have in mind for this specific matchup, but what do I know? I'm not playing a winning.
I don't know what card that is.
Some secret layer.
Turning my head. We're both turning our heads sideways. Yeah, I do not.
Anybody in the chat who knows what weird secret layer that is, go ahead and let us know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna. I don't know.
So
I'm trying to count syllables here.
I mean, it is nice if Andrew gets that helix going again.
It's absolutely Exalted Angel.
If Andrew gets the helix going again, at least we have a clock now.
We have Tangle Wire.
But
That's a clock.
Tangle Wire also coming
clock
down,
that counts down.
tapping everything. And that creature's going to be tapped too.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and using the
okay.
upkeep untap.
All right, there you go.
To choose to.
So that doesn't feel like
now use
huge
his mana.
beating.
Now using his mana to flip the
because now, correct me if I'm wrong, we go back to Jake's turn, and Jake will get to untap that Exalted Angel. And
yep, so he'll tap down all his lands
sideways
and start attacking.
At Paul, we have no idea what that card is. I'm going to assume it's a Tormod's Crypt. And I'm gonna.
That's not a bad guess.
It's not.
I actually don't remember if he paid mana for it or what.
I don't.
I think
remember.
he tapped out. Did he tap 4 for it? I would assume.
Oh, it's a thing that taps.
Oh,
what does it do? Maybe we can surmise.
Fallout Winter Orb. Okay, Phil saying it's a
Fallout Winter Orb. Okay,
I would believe that.
That actually tracks because of.
Although.
Yeah. That's a regular Winter Orb.
Yeah, so now we have double Winter Orb?
Double Winter Orb. Okay. Huh. But then why not untap Angel still?
So he would still, because he still has to tap it to Tangle Wire, untap one land.
So we got 2 Winter Orbs then.
I guess so.
Hey, one for backup.
Nothing
Nothing wrong with a little insurance, I guess. And speaking of backup, looks like another Tangle Wire.
Another Tangle Wire. We are just tapping everything down.
Nothing's untapped.
No. Nobody gets to have any fun.
I suspect Andrew's having a little bit of fun.
Yeah, probably.
Andrew's permanent's untapped just fine.
Tapping 4 things down. Now, it should be noted, if that is indeed a Winter Orb at the bottom, that turns the Winter Orb off. Now, granted, one of them is untapped, so it doesn't actually matter, but, just fun.
There's
tapping
altar.
2 for an altar, and I would say that
we're getting.
Depends. So we don't have blue mana. We don't have blue mana right now.
Depends what we see in Andrew's hand. We don't. But we've got.
So tapping that down, tap 2, tap the 2 Tangle Wires. So if we either just at this point naturally draw the Devourer or
what's that?
Fine, that's Rishadenport, I believe.
Okay, yep.
That would be the Judge Rishadenport.
It could be me. I don't suspect that Richport's going to do too much work. No, I think the lands are tapped plenty fine.
Yeah, I think the lands are tapping themselves. Oh yeah, City should be sacked here. Chat. Very quick to point out that we have the players seem to be missing.
I don't know if you want to run over.
Yeah,
there.
I'll run over and tell them.
It is important. These are winning and stuff. This is. Oh wait, I think. No, they caught it. They caught it, Jay. Yeah. Thanks for bearing with us, chat. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, chat always catches judge rulings.
Truly.
Feeling bad he sacked the series. Yeah, definitely. If he has a tinker in hand right now, looking pretty sore with not having that chromatic sphere. But there is a Shivan Reef, I believe he just drew for turn.
Oh,
so that's blue
both
mana
colors.
online.
I mean, now it's a question of just finding tinker.
Yeah,
or the goblin.
Or a welder.
Yeah, welder. Yeah. Wow, and that angel. 10 turns later, finally getting turned sideways.
Yeah, I mean this Tangle Wire has ticked down.
That pseudo pre-modern lifelink.
I mean,
now is Andrew at 4 though?
Yeah,
that is real. Though, yeah, those tombs have been.
Those tombs, he was at 8.
It's almost as if. Oh man.
Exalted Angel could actually put this away.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have Tinker in hand.
That looks like 3.
Tapping 2.
Going to what?
Going down to 2. No fact fiction lines.
Going down to 1.
But yeah, off the Shivan Reef plus the Ancient Tomb going down to 1.
So this is it, because if you go to 1, your mana doesn't tap anything
your
anymore.
tombs don't do anything. Your Reef doesn't do anything.
Your Reef is a waste.
Hard casting. No, playing another Tangle Wire.
Waiting.
Okay.
For a basic island.
So at this point, we need to find a sphere.
Oh. What's happening? Oh, Grand Dynamo.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Just changing his sequencing slightly.
That's
To play
okay.
a Thran Dynamo, and then cast the. Okay, so he tapped the Shivan Reef for colorless.
Right.
So I think he should be at. He was at 8, took 4 off the Angel, then 2 off that Ancient Tomb. So I think he should be at 2 here.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Could be very relevant, but we are just so far away from that table. So there's really nothing we can.
To the card in between Winter Orb and Altar. Chat, it was saying that it was another Winter Orb, like a Fallout super lair. Those are the locks. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you, Brad. Brad,
what did he
on his break, just wrote down the 6 decks that are locked.
Oh, fantastic!
So we'll get to that as soon as.
What are those? Why are those here?
I don't know. Somebody's parallax waves.
Sage brought us a playset of parallax wave. Hey, in case you forget what this card does,
because here's the Fact or Fiction.
It's possible we don't ever see one in this matchup. Replenish may just not get a chance. That's a Tinker.
Yeah, that's a 4-1 split. He's going to take the Tinker.
And not even thinking about it. Jay, you have a lot of experience with that card, Fact or Fiction.
Yeah,
that was really fast. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's at the point where he was digging for a win condition, and you don't care that you're getting card disadvantage there by not taking 4 pile.
Especially because you got to win the game. You're at 3, you got to win it soon too.
Exactly.
Your mana's gonna.
It's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really just looking for. Yep,
oh,
and that's a colored source that does not hurt him.
And that'll do it.
And that will do it.
Wow.
So Andrew locking up his spot into the top 8 with blue-red Tinker.
Suck it, Replenish. I don't feel bad for you.
Let's bring it back to the booth.
Do we want to try to get another?
Do we want to try and get another match on camera?
Yeah, let me go. We have time.
Yeah, let me go look. If you want to read these, this is the locked 6 decks.
I'll try to read Brad's handwriting. Oh, good. Potential top 8 so far. Oh, thanks, Brad. Jared on Natural Order Rock. I believe you all saw that last round against Nick. That's going to be in top 8. We got a Psychotog deck, a Replenish deck, a Stasis deck, I just can't read these next 2. Wait, no, okay. I think we see that must be mono. Mono blue Stifle Knot. And the person who knocked me out of contention today on blue-green opposition. So good to see. Good to see my new friend Paul made it into the top 8 after a really close match earlier today. And now we've seen that Tinker is now going to make it into top 8. What are you doing?
We got a backup.
Oh, we got a backup match. All right, great. And that's coming up. And I suppose I will just sit here by myself. Can you see me? Are you still looking? Is the camera still on the match? I don't know. No one told me nothing. They stuck me in this booth, told me to talk in this microphone, and being left alone. And just that's that. All kinds of. I'm going to touch Jay's computer. Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm way back here. Yeah, you're on. All right.
I got nothing. Got nothing for you guys. How many are in here?
Yes, sir. I like this way.
All right. So it looks like we get a backup match getting set up here. I definitely see a Goblins deck. And I see what looks to be a Landstill deck. Landstill v Goblins.
Yes.
All right.
We have Dan Quirk playing Red Green Goblins, and he is currently 3-1-1. So this should be they're going into game 2.
Oh, good.
Dan Quirk won game 1.
Surprise, surprise.
So Dan, he is at 1 game. He is 3-1-1.
Oh, the stream's choppy.
Stream is choppy. That's not good. I do apologize. We are on Wi-Fi here, which sucks, but we are trying to do the best we can.
Live and learn. First actual tournament stream, I think, going quite well.
I'd say so far everything has been pretty baller.
And this is shaping up to be a pretty entertaining top 8, actually.
Oh yeah. So I know you were looking at it.
Yeah, so we got
we have some good freaking players. In the top 8.
Natural Order Rock. We got Psychotog. We have a Replenish deck.
Yep,
The Stasis deck. Probably Mono Blue Knot, and then this. And then I was saying Paul and you. Blue Green Opposition killed me today.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, that knocked me out of contention. So
Brian might have.
Paul got it. Oh, are you supposed to say that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, these guys are shuffling up for game 2. So we'll cut back down to them.
Right. Oh, so it's just been a shot of me sitting alone here.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean,
I tried.
Yeah, whatever. Let me just make sure. Yep, that's Dan on the left. Justin on the right. Yeah, like I said, these should both be. You should be winning ins for both these players.
Yeah. Wow, they're both gonna win in it. I'm sorry. I can do nothing but just pick apart the things you say.
That's fair. Well, I say a lot of.
I like the Goblins versus Landstill
so
match quite a bit. So you said Dan won game 1.
Yep.
Doesn't surprise me.
It can
Goblins
be tough.
will take game 1. You're the Landstill expert though.
So
So what do you?
I find that the matchup is generally pretty favorable for Landstill, under the assumption that, well, first off, I hope Justin has a 4th Wrath of God in his sideboard.
Yeah.
I hope. And the big thing is whether Dan is on Wastelands, Ports, both, not neither.
Ancient,
the Ancient Tomb, instead of some of the colorless sources. Early mana denial from the Goblins deck is absolutely everything.
Really?
So, especially in game 2, post sideboard,
Yeah.
Justin is not keeping a hand that doesn't have a way to deal with a turn 1
You're not
lackey.
playing in the dark anymore. If you can't deal with a turn 1 lackey, you're shipping it.
Lucky for Justin, we had a turn 1 Fanatic anyways. So
Not quite as
not the
good.
bat.
Oh.
And, bringing down the
All
Chill
right.
Hammer. That's pretty good.
I'm a
Pretty
little
good.
disoriented by Justin's choice of basic placement, but we're gonna get through.
Yeah,
We're gonna get over it.
Lands.
At least
in
it's
the
not
si-
lands
on the
in
side.
front.
It lands on the side. I don't know.
I guess maybe I could still be in the back. I guess when you're playing a control deck like this,
You generally don't have that many
Doesn't really
permanents.
matter.
Your creatures, you're not putting anywhere. Your creatures are your lands.
put the humility right out front, and then eventually just a ton of soldier tokens.
Are we seeing? So we got the forest, fetching up the forest off the wood foothills.
Just straight up naturalize on chill.
So it's pretty good. Certainly would expect that Dan would be bringing in the full 4 naturalizes to get rid of any pesky circle of protection reds.
Copper
chills,
humilities. Humility is probably a big problem.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
Looks like just fetching end of turn though.
just getting that green out of the way. It's 2K forest, but still.
But yeah, I do not see a naturalize in his hand. Obviously, if he had one, he would fire it off.
not running anything out and just not attacking it.
It's tough though.
Why not? Is there a reason not to just scoot in for one, or maybe it's before attacks?
He had a factory up.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had a factory.
Okay,
down
that's
there
true.
under
Yeah, he just impulsed. All right.
Yeah.
I looked away and looked back and saw a tap factory.
Stand
There
still,
we
leaving
go.
the factory up. This is not looking good for oh, and there's the naturalize off the top.
You love to see it
Yeah.
though, don't you?
Oh, that was just 100%
Not the
one
naturalize.
turn too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had that turn too when he fetched the forest.
You just fire it off anyway though, because like how many cards does
3.
Justin have?
So so Justin has 3, 4 or 5 cards in hand. I mean, there's probably a case to be made for waiting for Justin to drop to 7, but I think you might just want to get in there. Attacking for 1, seeing if you can draw at the factory activation to then be able to naturalize through any potential disruption.
No blocks.
We're just going for
a pile
so
driver.
standstill cracks, and that's a 4-mana pile driver. Draw 3.
It's a fair mana cost for pile driver. All things
Um,
considered.
Pile driver resolves.
No swords to plowshares. Just
And I think there is a swords in Justin's hand, but I could be wrong. I think he had one in his opening hand.
Okay.
And it looks like 1 or 2 I believe 2 factories in hand as well, which is one of the best cards against goblins. Just being able to stonewall almost all their cards.
Oh, I see why not fire off the swords then.
Yep.
He's
So
got
he's
Wrath of
just
God.
Wrath of Godding.
All right. Is this just exactly where you want to be as the land still player then?
Yes and no. So shields are completely down here for Justin. So this is a perfect time to stick the naturalize
Okay.
for Dan.
That is
and then
true.
Hopefully start immediately building back. If he can go naturalize War Chief or something here,
That's pretty good.
that would be pretty perfect. And about as good a chance as he has at getting back into this game.
For sure. Well, we shall see.
Yeah,
Wow.
should be.
How about that?
Yeah. While Dan is shuffling here again, why don't you just shout out every single person in chat? Thank you for hanging out with us.
Truly.
watching
This has been fantastic. This has just been astounding. Both attendance for a summer event to come close to,
Oh yeah,
The
to come
winter
close to the spring
whatever.
one.
and then
62 players today.
massive
and then-
amount of people watching us.
Oh yeah, which our first tournament stream here, and
Yeah.
it has been going so
Hats off.
perfect.
All the hard work everybody put to make stream look good. Jay, you can't congratulate yourself. So I will do it for you. All of the beautiful overlay work, all of the stuff, what makes all this possible is Jay here.
I am happy, but
Really, truly great job.
thank you. But in the meantime, that chill has been naturalized,
Yes.
and we've got a matron
sorry.
coming down. No.
So sorry, I was just trying to say
and
something nice.
meeting a counterspell though.
Yeah.
Double factory
All right.
from Justin. This is the point. A third factory from Justin. This is the point of the game though where things really start to get out of hand pretty quickly.
Stand
So
up.
we're double activating here, which
We're just getting in. I don't know.
It's aggressive, but pump it. Wow.
Ooh,
Wow,
man.
we are aggressive.
This
here.
is not a land still player who likes to go to time.
No.
I can
Well,
tell you now. It's real.
he is 3-0-2. So he has gone to time.
Oh
twice.
no! Shit. Yeah, that's our IDs. Oh yeah! Surprise, surprise! The land still player's got a couple draws. Yeah,
But,
you wouldn't know anything about that.
Very aggressive attack for 5. But I mean, Dan's just gonna. I mean, I guess so. We have white and blue open, so
Could be
potential representing swords plus leak or swords or
Anything.
leak, but
except counterspell. Really.
yeah, no counterspell represent.
I see standstill in hand.
Yeah, I see a what is that?
Alright.
Siege gang commander.
Where are we gonna start?
Which I think we're starting with a ringleader.
Ringleader.
Here.
All right.
And
And
resolves.
just straight up resolve. Oh, you don't want to see that. Oh, pyroblast and red blast.
Oof.
Oh,
So
not a good.
a one hitter on the ringleader.
4 mana draw a card, 2/2 haste.
Yeah,
C2 your good sideboard answers.
not the
To the
greatest.
bottom.
Um,
Oh,
tapping
quick
3
little untap, retap.
for a war chief.
All right.
So I mean, pretty quickly we've
Why
developed a little bit
sequence
of
it
a
like
board.
that?
Good question,
Would
but
cares more about the ringleader being countered than the war chief?
I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
You know, wanting
Trying to bait out the mana leak,
Um,
or you could just pay for the mana leak at that
yeah,
point. Too.
exactly.
But then if you could, I don't know.
But eating a swords
Seems fine. Hard
Exalted
cast,
Angel.
Exalted Angel.
That should put this game away very
Yeah,
quickly.
that there is no. It's gonna be tough to find a sequence of goblins plus gem palm that's gonna be able to deal with this right now. So, but we
And that, I
raise
mean,
your things. That's how it starts.
that's a siege
There's
gang. But
enough goblins there.
Justin having the full playset of Mishra's Factories in play. Not a bad card to see in this matchup. But untapping here, that big old life linking angel. And so don't even have the mana to deal
just
with the
put 'em
angel
all
off the
next
siege
to each
gang.
other.
I'm assuming we're going
Yeah,
to
it's
see
the Swords of
swords on the
Pleasure.
siege gang and then crack in for 4. That should, I would say, wrap things up.
You'd think.
But you never know.
They got plenty of time to play.
Yeah, gotta play your outs. I do fully.
Outs are still just goblin plus gem palm, no?
So we're main phase impulsing here. What are we digging for? Takes a decree. Okay, so worth noting, I do see Dan has a Caller of the Claw in hand right now.
Eish.
So doesn't have the mana to cast it, but going back to his turn, could sack. Let's see. Does he have the mana to sack 3 goblins?
Well, you need a siege gang commander.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, but you do need a siege gang in order to sack the goblins. So that does not exactly work.
Yeah. That would have been pretty sick.
Yeah, sack 3 goblins. Kill the Exalted Angel, play a Caller of the Claw.
Would it be enough?
Oh wait,
Hard
it's non-token. It's non-token. Never mind.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh well, then there's that.
Yeah, Caller only.
Moss Winter.
Yeah, you know. I pretend to know what cards do.
It's fine.
It's fine. Bring up. Just, you know. So, check and fact check me.
I believe Moss Winter. I don't need to see the card.
I also believe the chat over myself. Looks like another matron picked up in hand, plus a gem palm.
It's gonna resolve.
That gem palm does cycle.
Gem palm's a lot. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gem palm is goblin plus gem palm is enough to. You can't even interact with that. It's on. Is it on? Is it? Does it count on cast?
What do you mean?
When you cycle it. Or not cast, I guess, but cycle. Like,
yeah,
so you can't really kill anything in response either.
I believe it counts on resolution.
To reduce to 4.
Yeah, but so
that'd be a beating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he swords something in response, that would suck.
I'm not sure if it does work like that. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
on resolution. All right, cool. Thank you. So, I mean, I don't know if Dan can afford to be so safe that they could run out another goblin before.
We have seen 2 or 3 swords, 2, I think.
Yep.
So
is straight. That's another one in hand though.
Paid 3 for matron. Yeah, it looks like we might have missed the war chief reduction. Hey, floated a mana.
Yeah.
And decree at end of turn.
All right.
6 1/1 soldier tokens. Dan is at 8.
Are we just waiting on the gem palm then, huh? That is the swords in hand, right?
Yeah, and
I'm not seeing.
I don't. Yeah, I think end of turn if he taps out for the big.
That's when you do it. Yeah.
You cycle there.
Yeah. So maybe a bit of an oversight from Dan, to maybe miss a window.
We're firing up the Fairy Conclave.
Right, we're going for
probably firing up a couple of these Mishras.
But tap low enough. Oh,
we are firing
officially
up
no untapped white source. So
we are firing up everything.
All right, let's go.
Swinging.
8. I mean,
Dan does look tilted. He didn't draw for. I think he did, but I could be wrong.
Are we gonna even try to gem palm? It's not too much.
We gem palm here, kill the angel.
Take 6, 7, 8 in the air, or you block factory. All right.
So gem palm there.
That's how you start. All right. And then, I mean, you're chumping.
I think he drew
You
another.
gotta
I think he cycled into a second gem bomb.
Oh,
So I mean, you could kill
probably.
a factory
I would.
now.
Would it be factory or conclave? You think
Maybe.
conclave threatens to kill you next turn in the air? I think.
Yeah.
But how I would think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just take out all 3 of his factories right now. Take 6,
Take out.
right? Because the War Chief on a factory, 2 goblins on a factory, Matron and a goblin on a
Take
factory,
6, and then gem palm the flyer.
Flyer.
Not what
Okay.
Dan decided to do, but that could have been okay.
Which, granted, yes.
Dan looks pretty tired.
Yeah.
We're all very tired.
We are all very tired.
Didn't draw for decree cycle. Didn't see it. Probably not. It's been.
I think he might have, but I could be wrong.
Listen,
need to.
There's been a number of oversights.
When am I implementing a instant replay function?
Oh, that sounds
like slow mo. Playback the last 10 seconds. There's the cycle.
Truly, that could be useful.
That could be useful. That'd be sick. I think the next thing I want to implement is was it John Madden style drawing on the screen. So you just start scribbling
you block here, block here. It just looks like an actual play.
Exactly. You kick out here. Oh, and now we got a caller. End step.
Is this
now? We had 2 creatures die, right?
2 non-token creatures.
Okay, so it looks
It
like he's
shows
scooping. It looks like he's scooping it up. Yeah, I don't know why. Now he has to take 2. Oh, because of how he taps. I see.
Oh,
I see.
no. All right.
So going to game 3.
All good.
Yeah. Right. Good catch, Fran. But how he taps there, forcing him to.
It's 2 cascade. Yep.
Yeah. Tap the forest to cycle gem palm.
Oopsies.
Tough beats, but like I said, it is a long day. It's round 6, so players certainly not firing at their absolute top of the game. But
possibly,
you know what? We all make mistakes.
Playing on camera is tough,
and playing on camera is tough. That is 100% true.
Absolutely agree. They're feeling it.
Plus, I also, I would hope, so I should say, I went over and asked. The other match that I think might be playing a win and in, we're kind of not sure 100% on who's going to where breakers are going to fall, who's going to bubble out, and ask them, hey, because they were just mulliganing and resolving mulligans for their game 3, I believe.
Yeah.
And this was Drew, who won the last regional event, and I believe it was Rude.
Rude.
Yeah, and I asked him, I was like, hey, do you guys want to, this was table 5, I think. I was like, hey, do you guys want to be on camera? And Rude was actually just like, no, I'd rather not.
Fair.
And you know what? That is totally within their right. And, so these guys, I asked these guys, they're the next table over, and had them move over. And you do hope that, Dan won game 1. Had a little bit of momentum, and you gotta wonder, just moving over under camera, does it just put you a little bit off your game? It's tough,
certainly could ice you a little bit. I can totally see that being the case.
100%.
Respect it for Rude for just saying no.
Just
going to game 3.
I'd rather not. It's all right. Totally fine. Can't force anybody to be on camera.
Besides, Rude doesn't need to show. You don't need to know what he's up to unless you already do. It could be a very quick game. That's what I'm getting at. Fair. You may see in top 8 if Rude managed to win that game.
Yeah, playing against Clan still. For the viewers, Rude guy who generally always plays.
Always reanimator, known I think as just definitely on reanimator.
Yeah,
anytime you see him walk into a Premodern event, has knocked me out of several tournaments at this point. So I know firsthand.
I don't know. Against Lansdowne, I would have to guess that's somewhat of a tough matchup. But thank you.
Your own little bot.
My own little thing, because I forget.
That's nice.
I made it.
Oh no! Games 1 -12.
Oh no! -12. All right.
Oh no!
Nobody saw anything.
Way out of contention.
-1 to -12.
Your retroactive 0-4 record. Unreal.
Yeah. I was like, I know Brad's gonna forget to update the games in between, so I was like, all right, I'll make a little pop up, and then I forget.
Was it every 10 minutes? Or something?
No, it's every time the iPad gets reset. It pushes a note because
Oh.
it notices. It's like, hey, the
God.
life totals got reset to 20.
You're all so smart.
Yeah. So
All
I
right.
was like, oh, refresh.
I see a lackey in the opener for Dan who is on the play.
That is on the play lackey.
But did Justin
So,
kept the 7, so it's
just
like
yeah, he
come
has
on.
to have some. Yep, we're fetching.
Fetch immediately before
Swords.
we even get the
Boom,
planes.
swords.
Bam!
100%.
Slams that
Yeah,
sword on the table.
If you keep a 7,
Still a great start though.
Oh yeah, 100%. Baiting out of
It's
the
like
swords.
here, because now you can just like.
Now this is and something I haven't seen, and I'm curious to maybe pull up his list, but haven't seen any Wastelands reports out of Dan yet. I don't believe. Like, have we seen anything?
I don't believe so.
I don't think we like. This is the
It's been
turn.
K Forest.
Yeah, this is the turn where you want to, port them down on upkeep because
Mountain Pass.
players playing a little fast. Goblins usually not having much to do on turn 2. Just like very few 2-drops in the deck other than Pile Driver.
Would have been great.
And if you're not playing a Pile Driver, then you want to just be porting them down on upkeep so that they can't do exactly what Justin just did, which is untap and slam a stand.
Wasteland. Asked and answered.
So, yep, there is a Wasteland in the list.
So,
Definitely saw a Wasteland. Yeah. So he is at least playing them. He's just not drawing them. I guess actually 2 in hand. I take it back, but sadly staring across from a couple of basics. Definitely a moment where
all right, draw all your cards.
1, 2, 3. I see a chill, an island, and the third mystery card.
Did Justin draw a chill?
Not blasting that one. Did he have a blast for the standstill? I guess choosing to hold it for chill, which
didn't work out for you.
Yeah, I mean it's tough now that his red blast costs 3, but yeah.
Well, this is a resolved war chief though.
Yeah, is it so I see a ringleader, a jump home, yeah, and a pyroblast. That is a pyroblast and a wasteland in Dan's hand. So yeah, not sure why he didn't pyroblast on with 2 open mana. Why did he not pyroblast the slam standstill? But
maybe he just went too fast.
Yeah, again, could be. I mean, Justin was kind of playing his
snuck it right into play.
Yeah, camera jitters or
yeah, true. See, there you
go. Choosing now to pay 3 for the chill, or pay 3 for the red blast, but it's going to meet a counter spell, which is really tough.
And we're going to draw.
Draw looks to be another war chief, I believe. So we can cast that war chief for 4.
Yep.
And just start attacking with 2.
I mean, 2 war chiefs effectively.
Yeah, it basically negates the chill.
Yeah.
So.
One more, Dan.
2 extra. Yep.
Just tap them both.
Yep. There you go.
I'd leave the wasteland untapped, but whatever. Jitters. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, probably more relevant to leave up the wasteland than the K Forest there, but
looks legit
yeah.
tired.
Oh,
yeah, I mean we're all tired. Yeah,
100%.
There is some, like as you do say that the body language is undeniable.
Oh yeah. So, and definitely tough. Having
playing against Landstill is so boring.
I take offense. Having a double wasteland draw finally on a match where Justin just happens to have entirely basics is pretty unfortunate.
It's pretty unfortunate, but short of Wrath of God, is this really looking that bad for Dan? I guess Justin's got so many cards in hand.
Yeah, he does have a lot of cards in hand.
But
not.
Yep. Did I say it?
Right, and there's the Wrath of God. Yep.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, now everything's full price again. We got land for a 6-mana matron. I mean, a 6-mana. Well, matron's going to cost 5. He didn't draw the land for the recruiter.
Yep. So it is something I always say about these longer tournaments is that Magic is generally such a tough, intellectual game. But when you start getting into the later rounds of tournaments, it really becomes it's a marathon. It is not just who plays the best Magic when they're fresh, when they're 100%.
Who can continue to do so?
Who can keep playing good Magic even when they're exhausted? There's a big angel.
There it is.
Just hard casting it, not even morphing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and this one definitely quickly getting out of
really out of reach. Wrath of God plus Angel there was just like probably the last 2 cards Dan wanted to see.
Oh, definitely.
It's gotta be bad.
Yeah, Angel looking very, very good. Chill also looking very good.
Chill both games.
Yeah, Fran, I am in the same exact boat actually. That whenever I've tried Angel, it's always felt like, it's in hand and you're trying to wrap the board. You're trying to, you have an Angel and playing into your own standstill, and it's like it's just sitting in my hand. It's rotting there. But Angel definitely looking fantastic these past 2 games out of Justin's deck. Swords to Plowshares taking out the War
necessary.
Chief.
This is another one.
And then we are tapping
just
out
a decree for an Angel for a 4/4.
3/3. Oh yeah. Are we making?
Or 2 of them?
No.
Just
be
one.
one. Yeah, 6 mana. 1
Swords
4/4.
plus 4/4.
Yep. So
Seems good.
seems pretty good. 4/4 blocker.
Yeah. And that. Justin, was that life total correct though? After the life gain is gonna be 10. Was Justin at 6?
How? No, he's at 10 now.
Yeah, but
Yeah. So he was down to 6.
Yeah,
he
right.
Took a lot of He took a big beating.
all right.
Pile driver pass.
You know,
And now we're gonna see a impulse main phase. See if we
looking
can
for
find
swords.
a way. Find a way to clear out.
See
I see another angel.
that
which
might
is,
just be fine.
That is
Gonna
probably
find out in a second.
If we just tap out for an angel.
That's 6 mana. That's another Exalted Angel.
Hell yeah.
That is
Crack in for 8. Ow. Puts Dan down to 11.
With the chill, I actually don't think there's a sequence of draws.
Yeah,
that
I
does
don't think.
anything here.
Yeah, angel control.
I think he came to the
And
same
that is it.
conclusion.
And that is
All
it.
right.
So we have Justin winning with. Oh nope, that's the wrong person. Justin winning with
We
blue-white
have,
control, blue-white land still, and going up to 4-0-2, and that should lock him into our top 8.
Oh, certainly.
Certainly will lock him into our top 8. Bring it back to the booth here for a minute.
So what do we got for top 8 then?
I didn't look. Let's see if I can pull up the standings real quick. And take a look.
Let's get the rounds over. Well,
Oh, come on.
gonna use the companion app
And
live
I
on
hate,
stream.
So when you drop from the companion app, it still sends you notifications.
Oh yeah, I get
But-
them all up until the
But
next day.
but it also doesn't allow me to look at the standings. So
Nope. Now, why would you want to know about that? You dropped from the event, dude.
yeah, great.
Why would
great
you
app.
want to know how your friends did?
Thanks.
All right, so we know for sure though. Natural Loader Rock.
Yep. So Natural Order Rock, Psychotog,
Mm-hmm.
being played by. So shout out names. Jared Bollinger.
I just couldn't read the names. That's why I
Yeah,
didn't say.
Jared Bollinger playing Natural Order Rock. Saw him on camera last round.
Yep.
It should be a lock for top 8. Ken Takahama, who is a fantastic local player, playing Blue Black Psychotog. Mike Packer coming down from New Hampshire, I believe.
Possibly.
And playing Replenish combo. We have Chris, no last name, playing Stasis.
Chris.
Just Chris, just a moniker.
Chris on
Just-
Stasis.
yeah.
Of course, Chris. Just Chris played Stasis. Too.
We have possibly Brian
Possibly.
Selden playing Mono Blue Knot.
Maybe.
And then Paul Rains playing Blue Green Opposition.
All right.
And then plus.
Now we have a
Justin-
land still player.
And then Justin Provençal playing Blue White Land still. That is our tentative top 8. But
No, that's 7.
wait, is that 7? Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So we
7.
gotta have,
So
like,
we
the
possibly have the Rude
Yeah.
Drew match. So we might have shout out Drew. Won the last regional in the spring. Could be making a back-to-back top 8 appearance. Would be quite impressive. But I think we're going to call it there for the round. And next time that you guys see us back, we will be back to announce our top 8. And I'm thinking maybe what do you think about doing a chat vote for top 8 to see what's on camera?
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of spicy stuff.
All right. So, and Blue Red Tinker. Yeah. So also. Blue Red Tinker. So we.
Thanks.
Yeah, I forgot we watched that. It went so quickly. Andrew Mogg. He should be, and he was X and 1, so he should be 5-1. All right. Yeah, we'll get the top 8 locked up at the end of this round. We'll announce it for all you guys, and then we will figure out what our seedings are and who's going to be on camera. But until then, peace out. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.